my heart, it's beating. Oh, my body's breathing. It's just you and me. Feel my heart, it's beating. Oh, my body's breathing. It's just you and me. I'm so caught in this, we're so lost deep in it, can't stop. I'm forever the one you call. Let's free fall. I'm so caught in this, we're so lost deep in it, can't stop. I'm forever the one you call. Let's free fall. Let's free.
And we are back with Sons of Grimnir channel. Chris, we are going to do a preview for the Man United Roma game. It's going to be a bit of a short one, brutally honest. The tie is not over, but it's going to be very hard for them to get back. Thank you very much for all the support on the channel so far. Do very much appreciate the views, the likes, the comments. If you can subscribe as well, it obviously does help me a great deal as well. It is going quite well. I do have Instagram and TikTok now, so please follow me, Sons of Grimnir, on them, which would be very much appreciated. All I'm going to do today is going to go through my predicted 11 and a few key players where I think will make a great impact in the game, help us win and go through to the Europa League final. Let me know below who you think we're going to go against in the final if we get there. Let me know your score predictions, and yeah, I'll let you know. So, enjoy the video. See you in a bit. So the first thing we are going to do today is we are going to do the predicted starting lineup, the starting 11 for the Man United Roma game. I do think it's going to be a bit of a weakened side. I do think we're going to sort of cut back a little bit. I do understand that we did play a full strength team when we beat Real Sociedad. I don't really know why, to be perfectly honest, but he did it. So I do feel this time 6-2 is an extremely good result. Extremely good first leg result. I do think you can afford to cut back and give people rest. Hence why you're looking at the team now and think players, Pogba, Bruno, etc., etc. We'll start from the back and go forward like normal. So we'll go David De Gea, the first player on the team sheet. I do think he's the goalkeeper in the cup now. I do think he is a cup keeper. Whether I agree with that or not, different matter. I do think he's still probably outperformed Dean Henderson at this point. I think it's a bit of a slide transition that Ole did. David De Gea went back to Spain for family issues and slid Dean Henderson in. Hasn't really moved since then. So David De Gea has been the Europa Cup then. He's done well. He hasn't done a mistake. There's not much between them, but that's the way he wants to do it. Okay, with that, if Dean Henderson got injured, I wouldn't be disappointed if David. Two really good keepers. What more can you say? Going forward, we are going with two centre-backs of Harry Maguire and Eric Bailly. The only reason why I say Eric Bailly and not Lindelof is because I do think Bailly needs minutes. I do think he needs his fitness, his match sharpness. This is a perfect opportunity to do it. With, let's be honest, I don't like the kid, but Edin Dzeko is a good striker. His movement's good. He's good in the air, physical. It's a good test for him, whether we're 6-2 up or not. It is a good test for Eric Bailly to come back into, test him, test his sharpness, test his pace, like that. So I do think Eric Bailly will come in. Him or Twanzebe. I do think Lindelof will get given the night off. Sorry, he is getting a really important player for us. Victor Lindelof. They've got a good partnership. Him and Harry Maguire. And Harry Maguire has played, I think, he's second in the list behind Gary Pallister. The most consecutive Premier League games or games started. I don't know if it's Premier League or overall game in a row consecutively. So I do think Harry Maguire is going to win. He's club captain. He wouldn't drop him. So that's why I think Harry Maguire and Eric Bailly. I do think Lindelof will come back in at the weekend in the Premier League, but for this game, I do think he'll rest. Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be left back and right back. Luke Shaw has arguably been the best left back in the Premier League in the past 6-7 months, so I don't see why you drop him unless you want to give Brandon Williams a go. But I don't see that happening, to be perfectly honest. I do think Shaw will stay left back, or Alex Telles. But I do think Shaw will get a game. Personally, I think you should drop Luke Shaw, not drop him, but give him a rest and put Alex Tellez in since the scoreline is what it is. But I do think you'll play Shaw. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, with it being a 6-2, his defensive duties, his defensive performances, his defensive qualities will come in handy down that right hand side. Don't really need to go forward and score, so he can do his defensive duties without thinking about forward increase. So that is the back four, pretty standard. Maybe Twanzebe or Tellez can come in instead of Bailly and Shaw, but personally, I think it will be that back. Going forward to the midfield, Nemanja Matic has come in the midfield for the simple reason that we have got a lot of games in the next week or so. I think it's 4 games in 7 days or something stupid like that, just with the Liverpool game being postponed or called off, or however you want to say it. Matic will come in there, steady the ship, drop it to the back four if needed, receive the ball off De Gea and the centre backs to get us moving forward. He does need his form improving, so if he has a good game against Roma, maybe going forward he can slot in and cover for McTominay, Fred, Pogba, etc. With you having Matic in the team, you do need legs. They'll be very, very, very slow. You do put a McTominay in there, so I've gone with Fred just to counteract the legs and the mobility issue. Matic, Fred annoys the fuck out of me, but let's not go into Fred because that's a completely different video. He winds me up something rotten. We'll go with Van Der Beek in the cam. So I do think Bruno's going to get a rest here because, as I mentioned, there's a lot of fixtures coming up, very important fixtures coming up. So I do think Donnie Van Der Beek can do a job in that cam position. I do need to stress that don't expect the same role as Bruno when Van Der Beek plays. See people say, oh, he's very safe, he's very conservative, he keeps the ball. That's his game. Dictates the play. That's a different video. Dictates the play, and he moves the ball one touch round the corners. He is very creative. He is very good at. I do think Donnie Van Der Beek will come in that cam position. Hopefully, get a goal himself, but that gives Bruno and Pogba a rest. No, Pogba's been playing out left, but I don't think he'll play this. I don't think he'll play. I hope he doesn't play this game. I hope they all get rest. But that is the midfield 3. Like the video if you agree. Comment below and say what your 3 would be if you. Going forward, Rashford, Greenwood, James. So Rashford, I do think we do still need talented senior player. Can you class Rashford as senior? Yeah, a talented senior, experienced player. Rashford, let's be honest, he plays whether he's fit, whether he's dead, whether he's deathbed, what. All it always seems. So I'm going to go with Rashford in there as well on the left, in his rightful position instead of right. I'll go James on the other side. Deep down, I hope Diallo plays. I hope Diallo gets a start. I hope he gets a whole 90 minutes. But let's be, it is an important game still. Like, we do need to get through this game. We do need to win it. Would you put him in from the start? I'm not sure. That's why I've went James and bring him on second half. Dan James is still a good player. He's in good form. He's had a good last 3 months. I don't see an issue with James playing. Pressing from the front and stuff like that. His pace causes issues. Obviously, with Rashford, Greenwood, James, I think extremely fast front 3. If we're sitting on the counter, Donny van der Beek, Matic, Maguire can always pick those balls out. Shaw as well, down that side. It's a good enough team to win. Let's be honest, it is a good enough team to win. I'll be very, very, very surprised, very disappointed if we don't. Hopefully Greenwood gets on the score sheet as well. I love him a little bit. I do love Greenwood. After this, so basically that's my starting 11. As I said, like if you agree with me, put a down thumb if you don't, if you want, or just comment below on what you think. See, I think that's going to be pretty close to what we're going to see. Maybe 1 or 2 tweets here and there with Twanzebe, maybe Alex Tellez, or Cavani might even get a start, or Gallo, or the other youngster, which is Shoretire. Hopefully a few of the youngsters do get a game. This is where deep down I think Dylan Levitt and James Garner and stuff would get a game. Obviously they are on loan. So let's just see what happens. That's a predicted 11. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about a few key players for Man United where I think will be very important for us in this game. So, next. First of all, we are going to start with Donnie Van Der Beek. I did put him in my predictive 11. I think it's a big game for Donnie Van Der Beek. It's a big stage. I hope he gets the 90 minutes that he deserves. He hasn't played a lot. As I mentioned in the previous bit, I'm not entirely sure why Ole isn't playing him. Whether it's fitness, whether it's talent, whether it's performances, whether it's his training, whether it's his effort. I'm not entirely sure, but Donny van der Beek's a good player. We all know that. We've seen him for Ajax and we've seen him in the cameo appearances that he's far. Donny van der Beek is a really good player. He dictates a play, gets on the half turn, he goes forward, he keeps the ball in possession. Very creative. You've seen the step over for the goal. I can't remember who against, but it was an excellent goal. I'm not entirely sure why Donny's not playing, but I do hope to see more of him. I understand that people aren't his biggest fan, or they're calling for Ole's head because of him not playing. I think is a bit bizarre. Let's try and get behind Ole, try and support the team as much as possible. We're in the semi-final of Europa Cup. We have lost the last 4, I think it is, semi-finals. So this could be the one where we turn our fortune round. Could get into the final against Real Sociedad or Arsenal. I think are 2 very winnable games. And Ole have his first trophy. Second in the Europa League won't be that. So I'm not entirely sure why Donny won't play. But I hope he does. I hope he performs. I hope he gets in a goal to show everyone, all the haters, how he can do, what he brings to the team, and maybe plays a big part in the next altogether in a big budget. So Donny van der Beek is a key player for me today. In regards to the fact that he will be playing Cam, he's our playmaker. Hopefully, sets up the front 3 goal, sort of pull away even more than we are already. Come on, Donny van der Beek. Next player obviously will be Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood, the boy wonder. He's taken over the shackles from Rashford. Really, last season obviously he had a great end of the season after the pandemic football. Came back with literally went from like 9 goals to 19 in the last sort of 10 games, whatever it was. Had a really good end of the season. Struggled early part of the season, obviously with personal issues in Iceland. Gareth Southgate put him in front of the cameras at England and asked him about not a great off the pitch time for Mason Greenwood. However, I do think he's picked it up. He's got confidence. Probably one of the most naturally gifted players that we have. He's on really good form. He scored a lot of goals. He's playing a part, coming deep, working hard, getting the ball, running at the defence. Mason Greenwood is on the border of being a starter for Man United. I do think if we got a right winger in, I don't think he'd quite start in front of Cavani or Martial. However, got to be an argument for him being more effective than Martial, especially this season. Mason Greenwood needs more game time. I don't think we'll send him out on loan. He's too good. He's too crucial to our team. The rotation policy. But I do think Mason Greenwood can have a fantastic end of the season. Hopefully boost him, take him to the Euros. If he doesn't go to the Euros, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't go. But if he scores another, 6-7 Premier League goals, then he's got to be in the conversation to go. First leg, he was tremendous. I do think Cavani may stay another year, but I do think if Cavani goes, Mason Greenwood's going to get a hell of a lot of football next season, which is obviously going to help his development, help Man United run. And I just hope he stays. Hope he doesn't get head turned. Hope Ole and him have a. I do think they do. Seem like they do. You never know what. But Mason Greenwood is my second and final key player for Man United. I was going to do 3, but I don't think he's going to have that much relevance. I was going to say Harry Maguire, but I don't think he's going to have that much relevance because Roma are shit. I don't think he's going to have that. So I'll only do 2 for now. What I'll do next is a score prediction. Finally, we come to the main bit, the most important bit. I do think it'll be 0-2. Obviously, that's 2-0 United. I'm going to go with Greenwood for both the goals. I do think he's on a good run of form. I do think he'll front. I think there's number 9. Plenty of support coming from Shaw. Donnie playing behind. Matic, they do get the ball forward very quickly. Rashford and James closing the ball down, I do think will cause them a bit of problems. Roma do need to come at us, which I think obviously counter-attacking wise will be perfect for our front 3. I do think it'll be a 2-0 win. Pretty much simple as that. If you can do me a massive favour and like, comment, subscribe on the video. Pop-ups will be throughout the video. Please take notice of it. Please subscribe. But very much appreciate it. And thank you for all your support. Cheers a bit.